Because
Uh,
I'm so angry, and you don't have to go into much. I know you're a professional. You can't go into much. Just in general,
I think
how taxing has this been on you personally to be a nurse right now, a young nurse in the midst of a pandemic unseen since 1918, but we have all this technology. We have the ability to get a vaccine done quicker than ever, and still we see right now as we're filming this, the pandemic. Folks talking about post pandemic. Ain't no post.
I know
Ain't,
it was never over.
it, there was never no post. What
It was
y'all talking
never
about? This
over.
this Delta variant out here. I got a Delta right here with me. This Delta variant is out here party walking on folks.
Let's
That's what
not
it's doing.
let's not sleep on the third variant, Lambda variant. The
And that's
Lambda
I read
variant
about that one. So
is
how
active.
frustrating is it then to be going through this, and then you see people, the public, pushing back, just not doing the things that y'all in the healthcare field are asking them to do because y'all are filled up and overworked.
It's sad, y'all. This is bad, y'all. It is bad. If you have never deemed something so dangerous in your life, now is the time. It is dangerous. And I feel that everybody's talking about first wave, second wave, third wave, whatever wave they deem this one to be. I think this is probably one of the worst. I think as a nurse, and I can speak for several nurses, let's not even speak on NICU nursing. Let's talk about being in a hospital, period.
Okay.
It's very dangerous. It's very emotional. It's very overwhelming. It's very scary. And it's filled with anxiety. Like, it is a lot. We are indeed healthcare workers,
Mhm.
but we are also people. We also have families. So, in order to take care of your family, in order to take care of you, we have to take care of us.
Mhm.
All to say, if the people are not doing what they need to do, is putting everybody in a bad situation, not just yourself, the nurses, the doctors, everybody.
Mhm.
We are limited to space. Um, some patients are not able to get high quality of care because of COVID right now. Uh, it's devastating on moms because there's not enough research for pregnant moms right now. It's not enough to deem the vaccination completely safe, so they have their questions.
Mhm.
Some of our mothers are not finding out that they have COVID until right before delivery.
Mm.
You have to deal with the anxiety of the separation of putting you and your, listen to my mamas out there. It's serious, y'all. Wear your mask. Take care of you. To be in a NICU is a lot. That's a lot.
Mhm.
But to be separated from your child, to be separated from your child for at least 14 days brings extra anxiety. So if wearing a mask, washing your hands, disinfecting will save you from them 14 days, that's even better because as a nurse, now you again taking care of the baby, whether the baby is COVID positive or COVID negative.
Mhm.
This mom can't see her child
Mhm.
at all, cannot come into contact. So we have to comfort them. It's not it's not it's a family in a whole. And I think we were taught that in basic nursing in my first semester, that when you're dealing with the patient, you're dealing with the patient and the family. That's just one of the main things you just have to learn. You can't just be solely focused on the patient, because everything built around the patient, the care, that family care, like that matters too. So you just, it's tough.
I've
It's
been keeping up with it in the paper. I see that in the state of Mississippi, where we are, America, we like a lot of states happening as well. We're at capacity with ICU beds. I'm reading about nurses walking off the job, and these are high. I saw somebody the other day talking about another this dealing with college again. College is worthless because I think you can just train anybody to do any job. But then I see in the paper nurses walking off the job, and then the person saying we can't just fill those positions because you are highly skilled at what you do. Okay, you are highly skilled in the care you provide. You can't just get somebody off the street, just do that. You know what I'm saying? So in a pandemic like this, that at this point, maybe March of 2020, okay. All right. Well, the general public didn't know about it. Our leadership in America, now I don't even want to call them leaders. Our officials in America knew about it. They should have done a better job. But by now, much of the horror we're seeing right now is preventable.
Yes. At the beginning, as you stated, officials and people in these political positions were well aware of what they said COVID-19 was before it reached us, and we were not aware of the storm that was coming before us.
Right.
Now that we are aware, we're still, even after the high rates, even after the 300 some thousand people that the virus has already terminated, we are
600,000.
We are still to this day not doing. If we take the effort and give 110 against this virus, I feel like it'll give us some leeway somewhere down the road. But I think here we are so caught up in our past and not focusing on what's in front of us and what's in the present time. I get, we're all afraid. Everybody feels like politics are involved in everything. And I feel I stand corrected on a post that I recently made on Facebook. Everybody is not spiritual. Everyone does not believe in God. That is real. However, pray your prayer. Whatever your prayer is, pray your prayer right now in this pandemic and ask for guidance from whoever you need guidance from to make your decision on being safe, to make your decision on your vaccine. If you choose not to get the vaccine, that is okay, but make sure that in the back of your mind, I know I'm doing everything to make sure that, one, I'm not infection, or I'm not a hazard to myself, and I'm not a hazard to the next family. Then, you have your own reasons. But I just strongly disagree with some of the people who are being rebellious. I'm not forcing, again, I am a medical worker, but I'm not forcing the vaccine on anyone. But I will say, take the time out to do your own research for your understanding. It's
credible research now. Credible.
Credible. CDC, whatever you need to do, make sure it's credible. And I'm glad that he said credible, because what I have seen in the last 6 months is that our people are reaching out to social media for answers. That's not the way. Social media can have its positive advertisement, negative advertisement, positive influence, negative influence. People, we are all made different. Our DNAs are made different. Every last one of us. Nobody has 100% identical DNA. They cannot tell you that, which means your body is different. We cannot rely solely on what the people are saying in social media and the goods and the bads. You just have to do your own research to know what's good for your body and take that mentality and move forward. Because in all, you do not want to be that person who waits until their family member gets it to then take aware of this virus, y'all. But this is our new normal. This is our new normal.
Even not away from COVID, what does it look like? And don't answer Don't answer this if this violates protocol. But if the ICU beds are full, that means not only would a person with COVID not be able to receive care, that means if I'm in a bad car wreck, I'm going to get turned away. Possibly. Do I get turned away? Why? What happens if I transport my kids tomorrow to school and I'm in a bad car wreck? Do I not receive care? Like, what happens in that kind of situation? And how would that make y'all feel? Y'all have gone into this field to help people, but because of what's going on, you may have to turn some people away or send them to somewhere else. Like, what happens then?
I can't really speak on exactly what happens at my job, but critically thinking, if a place was filled with a person who's dealing in a pandemic with serious respiratory issues, if you were to get into any type of traumatic incident and you were deemed stable, that's what I say. If you were deemed stable, if you are a stable patient, you would not be treated before a critical patient with the virus. That is what I would say.
And that's what people have to think about. It's deeper. This is something that affects us all. So please, people, do what you need to do to protect yourselves and your families.